say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. But I say, I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. I shot the sheriff, and they say it is a capital offense. Sheriff John Brown always hated me for what I don't know. And every time that I plant a seed, he said kill it before it grows. He said kill it before it grows. I say, I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. Freedom came my way one day, and I started out of town there. All of a sudden I see Sheriff John Brown aiming to shoot me down. So I shot him down. I said, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Reflexes got the better of me, and what is to be must be. Every day the bucket goes to the well, but one day the bottom will drop out. Yes, one day the bottom will drop out. But I say, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Oh no, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Oh no.
Traveling in a fighter from me on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Where women go and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover. We are living in a land down under. Where women go and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
Oh, is it over? Yes, I think it's over. Let me check out what's going on. All right. Hey, everybody. It's Casper here from Brizzy. Back with Aussie Rules. Let me just change this screen. Right. So, how is everybody? Welcome to Aussie Rules. It's been a while, as in my heading. And, I've been, various reasons why I haven't decided to do an Aussie Rules. I guess you could say that one of the reasons was I guess I lost a little bit of motivation, and I guess I just decided to have a little break, but I decided that I was never going to stop doing them altogether. I'm not a fan of these headphones. I brought some new headphones, and they've got constant noise in them, but I'm pretty sure it's not coming through the broadcast, so anyway, I'll check it before I post this. So, I mean, it's usually like a pre-recorded, and then I post it. But I am live on Scope, but I don't really sort of flog it out too much, so I don't really need anybody to be sitting in there, and most of the time I don't even read the friggin' comments anyway. But anyway, I'm back, and it's the 14th of April, 2019, and I haven't done an Aussie Rules. It is Aussie Rules number 58. So I've done 58 Aussie Rules. It's definitely changed over the last couple of years. When I first started, I was just playing nothing but music all the time, and I'm not a real big fan of people that do that. So I quickly sort of discovered that I probably shouldn't do that, and I probably should just talk, which is what I mostly do now. So I didn't put a date down, but I'm pretty sure the last time I did an Aussie Rules, I might have done it. I did an Aussie Rules on the 23rd of the 12th, 2018, but then I must have done one in January, because it says Happy 2019 in my notes here. So I'm very sorry I haven't done one for a couple of months. This is probably skipped, I skipped February, and I skipped March. So, well, that really blows, doesn't it? But what have I been doing? Well, one thing I've been doing is not involving myself in the Rabbit platform, and sitting there endlessly listening to people talking on streams. There's just too many shitty people. So I decided that this is not for me, and getting portrayed as something I'm not, and getting accused of things that I'm not, and getting accused of things that I haven't done, and all that sort of stuff. It's just all bullshit. It's mainly a few people that love to spread lies and rumors, but that's okay. Have your fun, guys. So, another reason too is because I've been fighting with my internet provider, and they've been doing a lot of maintenance on the infrastructure, I believe, because I was getting lots of emails and text messages saying, hey, we're working on your area, and you may lose internet connection, blah blah blah, and they'd give you the times and the dates. Most of the time it was in the middle of the night, didn't give a crap anyway. But the bottom line is my speed is shit, and I am working on it. I've got some holidays, some leave coming up soon around Easter, having the whole week off, so I'm going to patiently call them and see what I can work out, because I pay a pretty good price for my package, for my Telstra package, and I'm very disappointed at what I'm getting. So, but it's not all bad news, guys. It's not all bad news. So, let me tell you a little story. Only a couple of people know, but it's a good story. So, when I was living over in a suburb called Strathpine, you might have heard me talking in my previous podcast about how I sold my house over there. I was a first homeowner at 47 or something, like 46 or something, 47, and I brought my stepfather and my mother separated, and he was like FIFO mining, and he obviously, and my mum's always worked, and they used to pay the mortgage. I lived downstairs when I moved to Queensland, and I was contributing but not really paying a full share or anything. So I brought my stepfather's share out of the house. So basically, did a financial settlement, and I helped Mum do that. And I had a friend that was a family court lawyer and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, so basically, I brought him out, and then the house value went up significantly because they were building a university in the next suburb, basically, and it's going to be quite a big university. It's going to equal the best that Brisbane's got, I think. And basically the values went up, and then it got to a stage where my mum was talking about retiring, and I said, well, I can't pay this house by myself, although that's debatable, but basically it would have made life really hard for myself. So we decided to fix a few things up, which I did. And of course, they had already put the pool in, which already increased the value of the house since they originally brought it. And I don't mind saying, I think they brought it for around about $370 or something, around $370,000, and put the pool in. Probably spent $30K on the pool and the fence and the grounds around it. But basically, I sold the house for $450. And, we settled for like $365 financial settlement. So I made quite a handsy profit. So it was really good. So I moved to another suburb and a smaller house, a lower maintenance house, and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, to tell a long story short, I started going to the local club when I was at Strathpine. And I'm not going to say what club because there's quite a lot around. And I started going there, and they have like any club anywhere probably in the world, they have promotions and, loyalty. So they have your card there, and the more you use your card, if you go there and eat dinner, or you might go there and play the pokies or whatever, and you accumulate like entries into various draws and promos, right? So there's this one promo that they had. They used to call it the car draw. So basically, like, they had a car there. They actually had a car there in the window, right? For many years. Anyway, I was probably up here for about 4 years, and I was going there every Sunday at the end of the month, and my name would never come out. Then sorry, I'm still recovering from a very bad illness. And then there was one Sunday I decided not to go down there because I was really ill and I had the flu. This is like probably 4 years ago. So I only get the flu really bad every 3 or 4 years, which is not too bad. So my name comes out and I'm not there. So basically, I threw away $10,000. That opportunity, because it was it's either the cash or the car. So you can win the car. You can take the car, which is probably worth around $12,000, but then you probably have to register it and all that. Or and everyone knows when you drive a new car out, as soon as you drive a new car out onto the road, you lose $2,000 or whatever in value, if not more, straight away. So everyone that I knew that had won it every month took the $10,000 cash. Anyway, my name came out. I wasn't there. I was very devastated. I had the shits for months, and life goes on. Anyway, I'll give you a date here. It was the March draw was on the 31st. I just recovered to a point from this virus, and I didn't go into it. Sorry, a few close friends know I was quite ill, and I'm still having trouble breathing clearly and have to cough every now and then. So if I do cough, I'll try to hide it, but accept my apologies for that. Anyway, the draw I'll go down there on the 31st of March, and I'm sitting there. They did the draw, bang, Darren comes up. I've just gone like, you fucking beauty, because they've since changed it. It's now called the $20,000 Wonder Wheel, where you go and spin the wheel and you can win, it's just like a wheel, you spin it and you can win anywhere from 10 to 20,000. So my name comes out and everyone's because I'm, known there pretty well by the regulars. I go down there probably 2 times a week now. I was so excited, I'm basically running down the front with my card because she got like 2 minutes, 2 minutes to walk like 100 meters. I was there in like 10 seconds. So anyway, I get I get the congratulations and the hugs from the girls, which is never goes astray. And they go, "Oh yeah, Darren, it's spin the wheel." So I cranked the wheel and I fucking cranked it. I cranked it really hard. It was spinning around, blah blah blah. Anyway, as it's coming to a slow halt, it's going click, 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 and it clicked on 10,000, which is the minimum, and then it just clicked one more. 19,000. So yours truly won $19,000, and I was fucking happy as shit because I don't know how much I've put in there in the 8 years that I've been a member there, but yeah, it's probably more than 19,000. I know it seems bizarre, but when you think about what how many days and that you go there for years and years and years on end, it's got to add up, right? It's got to add up. I don't know what it would be, and I think every gambler would hate to think that they put that much, but I'm on a pretty good, decent wage, and, I go down there twice a week, and, there's a lot of times, probably 80% of the time, you won't win, but anyway, I really should start writing it down, but I'd hate to think. I don't think I want to think. So anyway, won 19 grand. I grabbed, my mum happened to be there because she came down there for the first time in a long time, so I don't know if that was a sign of good luck. I said, okay, let's play, got a bit of money now, have a shot at the pokey, so I give her $500. I gave my friends Kate and John some money, and I gave one of the ladies that works there that always looks after me, I quietly slipped $100, and I was really happy, and everyone's like, I'm still getting congratulating hugs. When I was there on Saturday night, I had at least 2 congratulatory hugs from other people that hadn't seen me but saw it on the webpage or something. So yeah, that was I had a very nice win, and I feel like it was justified and it was coming, and I waited 8 years for this thing. Since I moved up to Queensland, I haven't had very, very, very little wins in the way. Like, I haven't any jackpots. I haven't had any link jackpots. I've sat next to people that have won the Dragon Link, the Lightning Link, and it's always up there around 12, 13, 14, 15. At the moment, the Lightning Link's on 18,000 and the Dragon Link's on 21,000, and I have a crack at them and I've gone so close, but I haven't cracked the link, and I've sat next to people that have won the link right in front of me on machines that I love to play. So frustrating. You just think you're happy for these people, but you want your turn to come around. You think, when is it going to be my turn? I just want one turn. Well, I won 19,000, so I'm not going to complain anymore. I also since then won... I won other promo. I've won 2 more promos since I won that 19,000. I got pulled out for, Sunday draw. One of the promos, I won $500 cash, and then last night I was there for another promo and I won $200 cash. But I was having a bad night at the pokey, so that just sort of offset that. So basically, I had a great win, eh? So I put the money in the bank, and I put a little bit back, and I've splurged a little bit. I can't show you guys, obviously, because I'm on mic and no camera activation anywhere, but I just very recently brought a 65-inch 4K TV, and it's really funny because the wall that I'm putting it on, I'm just waiting for the wall bracket to come in. The wall that it's going on, the TV is probably 3/4 of the whole width of my room. Because I have like a rectangle size room. I don't know if you remember me talking about an earlier podcast, but when I moved into this house, the 2 rooms that were available for me were too small. And I just said to Ma's got a decent room. She's got the ensuite. Well, it's fine. Give her the nice main bedroom with the ensuite and all that sort of stuff. That's fine. I don't mind. But these 2 rooms were useless to me. I just said to Mum, I said I'm going to have just a bed in one room, and like like real basic where I sleep type thing. But the problem is, I don't really live like that. I have my computer screens, my desk. I'm watching stuff. I like watching TV in bed. I like watching my shows that I download. I've got my computer running to another LCD so I can lay in bed and watch it on a bigger screen rather than my two LED screens on the desk. So it just didn't suit me. Like, I couldn't get all my shit in one room. And when I put my desk, I tell you, did I have a double bed at the time? Yeah, I had to reduce my bed size, which is going to makes it very awkward if a lady wants to stay over. But I've got another mattress underneath my bed. I had reduced my bed size from my double bed or my queen bed down to a king size single, just so that I had more room. So anyway, I knocked the wall out. I just said to Ma, fuck it, it's my house. Guess I can do what I want to do. I said, I know tradies. I got tradies. I play soccer with tradies. So both rooms had a built-in wardrobe, and the built-in wardrobe was in between the wall that I wanted to knock out. So basically, I just took the whole fucking thing out. We took the whole thing out now. I just have a lovely frame. I did a bit of painting, and it looks pretty damn good. So now I have a fairly bigger than normal room. I have air conditioning. I have a fan. I have everything I need in this room. I'm quite happy, and it does the job. So unfortunately, I turned a 3-bedroom house into a 2-bedroom house, which if I ever decided that I wanted to sell, I would probably suffer for that, or I'd have to get a builder in to re-wall it. But I mean, the next person might have the same issue. But I'd be happy to spend a couple thousand to re-wall it if a potential buyer, not that I want to sell, I'm quite happy. So, all right, on to another subject. So I've been, you might not know, but my good friend Jeff Count, he's a good buddy of mine. He's a good friend. He's someone that I would have zero issues with meeting up with or whatever. And he knows who I am, and he knows stuff that no one else knows. About my personal, real life stuff. So, and he one of the first people I told when I had a win, and he was very, very happy for me. He's a good buddy, and I don't need to probably go to Canada, and he probably doesn't need to come to Australia. We're just good buddies, and we're around the same age, and okay, there's some things that we're different about. Jeff likes to have a beer, or and likes to get pretty sloshed, and I understand that. A lot of people do. I don't really like to do that too much because it I don't know, makes me ill and gives me headaches and stuff like that. So, not a big drinker, but he Jeff tries to put on a good sort of get together. I don't like calling them shows. I don't know if he wants to call it his show, but and I know what some of the trolls and the people they're on about. They will make fun of him and stuff like that, and I've spoken to him about it, and I've been chastised for even giving him heads up on something, because he's a mate of mine, and I do not like people taking advantage of friends of mine. I mean, I love to have a laugh myself, and some of the stuff was really, really funny in the past, but let's face it, he was trying to do a rabbit, and he wants to enjoy himself. You almost need a friggin' moderator and someone who's clear-headed that knows what's going on. And I hear that he tried to probably for a long time been putting on rabbits and getting screwed around and fucked around, and people laughing at him and this and that, and I can't do anything about that. And I wanted to support him, but some of the people I just don't want to hang around. I'm sorry, I'm just not into that shit anymore. It's no real bad feelings other than the fact that I just don't want to hang around, and I just don't appreciate the shit that some people, the lengths that some people will go to are just fucking incredible. But anyway, so Jeff went over to Crowdcast, and he was rapping on about how good this Crowdcast is, and I was sort of like, wow, okay, that's fucking good. And I mean, Jeff's not short of a buck. He's got a good job, and I think he does pretty well for himself. And he's going to pay for this thing, and it had loads of features. So he had a test run on Saturday. Well, it was my Saturday. It's probably his Friday. And it didn't go very well. And I haven't spoken to him about it. I actually missed a call from him, I don't know if it was yesterday. So I don't have... I thought if I didn't have Skype on, like completely quit Skype from your PC, that you couldn't ring someone. But then when I turn it back on, it says that I had missed calls and stuff. So anyway, excuse me. I had a missed call from Jeff, so maybe we're going to talk about that. But yeah, he's I hope he watched his replays, because the picture was all blurry. Like, it was full screen. Like, on my screen, the picture was fairly big, but it was really pixelated and really, really, really low quality, like 240 or something. Like, it was disgusting. But I could hear him okay the first time, and so yeah, it didn't go too good. And yet he was rubbing on about how Crowdcast was high def. So I don't know whether it's from like my end, but then Brian was in the chat and Mud was in the chat, and they all seemed to be agreeing with the fact that it was, picture was shitty and the audio the second time was choppy. And so I don't know whether Jeff's working that stuff out. I hope he does. Or otherwise, Jeff, if it doesn't meet your expectations, bro, just like cancel that free trial or end that free trial, but make sure they don't charge you for the next month or whatever, because yeah. And when you tried to invite me, I accepted, but the problem was I didn't have a cam set up, right? I don't have the cam set up, right? But I wanted to come on and talk. I set the mic up and changed my settings so that I could talk, and it wouldn't. It after like 10-15 seconds, it just says video initiation failed. So what it's trying to do is, it's basically Crowdcast. The way it looks to me is that you have to have a cam to go on, which I don't like. I just want to use my Avi like on Periscope. They just use my Aussie Rules Avi and then come on and I'll talk. Not a problem. But yeah, I tried twice from your invite, wouldn't let me on. So yeah, that could be an issue. Unless I can hook a cam up and then just have the cam turned down, then switch to Avi or something like that. I'm not sure, but I mean, if you don't want to have your cam, I don't understand why it wouldn't let you on. So I don't know whether you want to ask them whether people can just audio up, and why does it ask for video? Why is it trying to initiate video streaming? So, and then it just failed on me. So Jeff, yeah, I give you all the credit from trying to do something, and I know you just want to put on a good show, and there'll be I know that the other camp will probably boycott or try to make things shitty for you. This is what they do because it's funny to them. So, but I hope you can line up some guests, Jeff. You used to fight with people in the past, but I noticed you're a lot more mellow now, and you've even mended some bridges, which is pretty impressive. So, all good, my friend. All right, let's change another subject here. Today I just jumped on YouTube. I watch a fella called Unbleached, Matt Stearns, and I just happened to flick on today, and he was talking about Jimmernam, and I haven't seen Jimmernam or heard anything about Jimmernam for a long time. I noticed they had all these Jimmernam. I've spoken about this in the past. They shut down all of Jimmernam's accounts and stuff, and I'm pretty sure this guy makes his whole living off either disability and supplemented by income. Now, look, when this guy first started, he did fucking magnificent Howard Stern commentary clips, right? But unfairly, they fucked him over, and fucking Stern, whoever it was, Kaplan, whoever it is that fucking monitors his shit, they closed it down. They closed it down, and then he wasn't making anything. So then he started doing this other stuff. He started going on. He was doing the Gonzo podcast, whatever. Then he had a falling out with fucking who was it, Jeff Hansen or whatever, that crook that I think's in jail. Good old Crystal's buddy. Yeah, good buddy there. Good, honest man. And you know what? When Gonzo's podcast were doing, when Jeff was doing the Gonzo podcast, professional as fuck, did a great job. I watched some of the clips, some of the shows. No one had any idea this guy was who he was, but I mean, it is what it is. And say, yeah, I don't know. Like, you want to be entertained, but like, fuck, there's some hardcore stuff going on. But anyway, oh my god, I watch NRL over here in Australia, and I follow the Bulldogs. They're just absolutely getting smashed, 26-0 or something. It's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, mind you, Bulldogs are rebuilding, and anyway, not going to interest anyone that's not from Australia. So anyway, then he started this like small community, whatever, and he had a lot of friends, Kitty and Weaver and Billion and all this sort of stuff, and heaps of people, and they were cool people, and I was in their Discord there for a while, but I wasn't really involving myself too much, so I get out of all the Discords because I just not for me either. I don't think, unless I was going to call in or join their voice chat, which I very rarely did. I did it a few times. Anyway, then Jimmernam basically stabbed them all in the back and then pissed them all off because basically he wasn't making any money out of it. He wasn't making any money out of having just a fucking show talking this shit with people, because just people weren't gonna, it wouldn't get enough views, and they didn't. They only ever got 100 views or something. So anyway, he annoyed everybody and pissed everybody off. So then he went and did his own thing, which is fine. He went and did his own thing, and I even copped it, and I didn't do anything to the fucking Asian bloke. I didn't do anything to them. Yeah, I think he had me mixed up with someone else that was on some other show that was trolling him. That wasn't even me. It wasn't Auzzie, but it wasn't me. Anyway, he started up this thing called Misery Box, this YouTube channel called Misery Box, and I saw somewhere that he was doing this Misery Box, which was talking about Reddit. I don't know much about Reddit, but he was talking about Reddit. I mean, undeniable, it's him, Anyway, I looked on his YouTube channel, and he had 5,000 plus subscribers. I mean, I've got 1,200 or something. It took me fucking 10 years to get that, and he's got like 5,000. And he's getting these incredible amount of views. And I thought, wow, talk about rebranding yourself. And part of me's like, well, good on you, man. I mean, you've built up something from nothing. I mean, this is unbelievable. Anyway, so I'm listening to Maddie today on Unbleached. It's a good show. Does a decent show. And he's saying how it's gone. Misery Box is gone, I think, or kicked off or suspended. I don't know. I have to do a little bit more research into it. But, I lost interest in Jimmernam quite a while ago when he was trashing on everybody. It's just, all right, mate, go and do your own thing. Have a nice life. He's definitely got some issues. But anyway, I think it's gone again, because the biggest thing is, I know there's so many people he pissed off. So many people. And what once you're kicked off YouTube, like once your channel is shut down and you're out of the game, there's some rule that you're not supposed to start another channel or something. And if you're caught starting another channel, then they'll do whatever they got to do. And I think Twitter's the same, but I mean, who's going to enforce that? Like, I don't know. But if you've got heaps of trolls out there, of course they're going to fucking dob you in, aren't they? They're going to rat you out. So anyway, that's okay. I'll just mosey along with my little tiny channel, and I accumulate AdSense money, and every 3 months or so, $100 and something in my account. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I also noticed, like, I'm not part of that Kermit Town community anymore, but I did notice something, because I've got some like mutual friends on Twitter. So I did notice that. I didn't realise that Danny from LA was I guess kicked out or whatever of Kermit Town. I mean, how these people can even have the authority to kick people out or whatever in a make believe fucking town. Anyway, and then I heard something like he was having some court hearing, makeup bullshit, court hearing about pleading his case to get back in, and apparently from what I heard, he won and he's back in the Kermit Town community now. So yeah, I don't know. I think it has something to do with that Leah picture. I mean, everyone's got that Leah picture, so like yeah, evidence, something in the back pocket. I mean, everyone's seen it. Who cares? I don't care. I've been on camera before. It's heaps of freaking... whenever anyone wants to troll me, like Kelly, I mean, she'll just go and grab an old clip of me on Bashir's Hangouts, and there, look, there's Casper. Yeah, big deal. Who cares? I don't care. I have a face for radio now. I don't really want to go on now. I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. It's who cares what anyone looks like? Even Chad. I mean, who cares what Chad is? It's his voice, it's his attitude, it's his actions that you're judging by, not someone's face. So who really cares? Another thing they experienced the last couple of days was my old mate Fancy Dog Wings, who I might have to rename Fancy Dog Nut. Good old Raj. He wants to be called Raj. I don't even know if that wouldn't even be his name anyway, so we might as well call him Fancy. He blocked. I mean, he was like a brother too, and he's gone out and blocked. Well, he's saying he's blocked heaps of people. I don't know what he means by heaps of people, but Jeff and myself are blocked, and we're his buddies. So I don't understand. Like, I mean, I understand when Fancy says, I don't want to talk about any of that rabbit shit, because I mean, he was the first one to block them and wipe them out. So I can't believe this. There's this some idiot a couple of doors down that has a motor. I don't know if it's a boat or whether it's just a really shitty old car that he's trying to fix up, but he starts it and has this, it's a loud fucking noise, and I almost said something before, and he would have to do it now that I'm doing a podcast. So it's not impressive. And I'm not going to make a big deal and yell out the window or anything at the moment. So I'm probably just going to have to work through this one. So I'm very disappointed in the fact that I just didn't think that if people didn't do anything to you, why would you block your friends on Twitter? Why would you block your friends? I mean, they don't say anything about you. I mean, I don't get it. I understand if nasty people are posting stuff about you or saying things about you, or you're getting unnecessarily tagged in shit that you don't want to be tagged in. I understand that. And I've done the same thing. I've got rid of the nasty fucking shitty people off my Twitter. Well, just about all of them as far as I can see. I mean, you don't really know. There's lots of fucking spies out there that like to just screen capture anything you fucking tweet and then send it to someone you have blocked. I mean, what are you going to do? But yeah, I'm very disappointed, Fancy, that you did that, because we were your brothers, and I just don't know what to say. I mean, do you expect now to just come into, say, Jeff's room, or I don't know if you blocked Mud or anyone else, but do you just expect that you're going to come in there and be welcomed after you did do something like that? You know, one of the reasons why I don't like Rabbit anymore, but I wouldn't go in any of those other rooms anymore, because I blocked those people. It's basically saying, I don't want anything to do with you. And that's what you're saying to us. And that's really, really shitty, considering that we haven't done anything. We've had the best fucking laughs and conversations in those group Skypes, and even in Rabbit when we had a private room or something. And just blocking someone is just like slapping them in the face like that. Like a friend in the face. You might as well just punch me and Jeff straight in the face. That's what you're saying. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I understand you wanting maybe to rebrand or something like that, but I mean, why block your buddies? I don't get that at all. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm very disappointed, but it is what it is. So I put together a team for soccer this year, and I had a couple of good people that have left. Which it's very, 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 very disappointing. The team that I have is not. We're not a group of superstars. We're now playing over 45s, although there's lots of exceptions to that rule. We've played maybe 3 games. We haven't won a game. We didn't win a. Did we have a warm-up game? We didn't win a warm-up game. We're getting better slowly, but yeah, it's very, very disappointing. I had man of the match last game we played. I put everything into it. I was still recovering from the flu, and I still am recovering from the flu. But anyway, it is what it is. I can see the old wooden spoon. I was looking at my Periscope. I turned off my Periscope notifications because I was following too many people. So there's just way too many notifications coming up on my phone just all day long. So I basically turned off most of my notifications. But every couple of days, I'll go into Periscope and see if there's any scopes that I want to watch the replays on. And I noticed that Elisa Jordana, who started off that Kermit and Friends, she's doing a couple of scopes. And her first scope was conversation with co-workers, and I don't think that worked out too great, but it was funny. And then she did another one just called Conversations. But it's nice to see Elisa. She looks great with those glasses. I mean, I was never a huge Kermit and Friends fan, but I wasn't a troll either, and don't want it to think I am. I was just someone who'd like to sit in chat and make funny comments and stuff like that. I almost went on there once, but I had shitty. Spreecast just said I had a shitty connection, so I wasn't able to get on. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't done an Aussie Rules for a while, but I just been, not really motivated too much. I mean, I took Twitter off my phone because I don't want to Twitter while I'm at work. I only have Twitter basically at home. I even shut my Twitter for a few days, but I got too many objections, so I reinstated it and just sort of changed the rules a little bit for myself. So, but anyway, thank you for listening to the replay. I'm going to post this on my site. Cost me a whole $12 to renew my site the other day. Oh, expenses. And anyway, if anybody would like to pre-arrange to come on, anybody nice, I'm not accepting any trolls, so you're shit out of luck there, Chad. But yeah, I'll probably mostly do these things myself. I may have my buddy Jeff on, and I think we've got some music specials that we're a little bit behind in. Jeff and I might get together and do I think we might have to go backwards, Jeff, because I think we did 80s and 90s, so we might have to go back further, because there's some really old fucking great songs of the 70s and 60s. I mean, I'm turning the big 5-0 soon, so Jeff beat me to that. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Peace and love. Take it easy. Casper's out of here. On a hippie trailhead full of zombies, I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, "Do you come from a land down under, where women go and men